You probably have heard this saying before that you are what you eat. But have you ever stopped to think exactly how true that is? Put simply, healthy eating is the key to well-being. You may say, oh, I've heard this many times before. But what you need to realize that we have up to 100 trillion cells in our body, each one demanding constant supply of nutrients to function optimally. Food affects all these cells, and by extension, every single aspect of our being: mood, energy levels, thinking capacity, immune system, sleeping habits, or even sex drive. If you feed your body with junk food, it will simply lay down fat, lower your energy levels, and even brain power. It will also destroy the health of our digestive tract, and this is where we can start having serious issues, making us extremely sick and shortening our lifespan. Our digestive tract is not only for digestion and absorption of nutrients. A well-functioning digestive system will maximize absorption of nutrients from our food to provide energy, maintain good health, healing, and process of regeneration and recovery. Good gut health will positively influence metabolic, hormonal, neurological, and immune health. In fact, 70% of immune system resides in the gut. So what keeps our digestive tract healthy and well-balanced? It is called microbiome. Modern-day medicine considers microbiome the key to curing almost every health issue in humans, and good nutritionists are becoming more valuable to our health than medical professionals prescribing drug treatments. Let's listen and understand better what microbiome is and how it influences our health and longevity.
Simply say, microbiome is the ecosystem of friendly microorganisms like bacteria, viruses, protozoa, archaea, and fungi, which live in our digestive system in complete symbiosis with its host, us, the humans. Humankind has co-evolved with microbiome. We have lived in symbiosis since the beginning of time. Consider that if our bodies are a temple, then those friendly microorganisms are our loyal attendants. When they behave synergistically to further the well-being of the host, they are called a commensal. Microbiome is a delicate ecosystem, the same as ecosystems on Earth, like Amazon rainforest or Great Barrier Reef. Like other ecosystems, our microbiome thrives on the diversity, harmony, and cooperation of its species. This causes physiological balance that sustains the wellness and vitality of the host. Science reveals that the more diverse the gastrointestinal microbiome is, the more it will positively influence every aspect of our physiological and psychological well-being. Our physiology has evolved with, trusts, and relies on microbiota to regulate our genetic expressions, hormones, immune response, metabolism, mood, cognition, the assimilation of nutrients, and neurology. Damaged microbiome is not commensal, it means it does not promote the well-being of the host. This is often called dysbiosis and leads to digestive imbalances that could lead to more serious digestive issues. This imbalance can turn on the switch for those genes that code for unhealthy aging and inflammation. A healthy gut requires an intact mucosal barrier function. Central to the intestinal lining and part of the mucosa is a gel-like layer of mucus. It is 90% water and 10% glycosylated proteins. Mucus hydrates and protects the epithelial layer of gut mucosa while being permeable to transfer nutrients. A healthy mucus layer is nutrient-dense and is both food and home to a commensal microbiome. The intestinal mucosal barrier forms part of our defense mechanism in the immune system. The mucosal cells are strongly attached to each other through tight junction proteins, called occludin and zonulin. The tight junction forms a semi-permeable protective barrier, so undigested proteins and toxins do not readily cross the mucosal barrier. So, what has damaged our microbiome? After World War II, there was a shift towards a Western-style diet of increasingly processed foods that were low in fiber and high in salt, saturated fats, and refined carbohydrates. This shift away from whole foods, high fiber, and a plant-based diet is associated with a dysbiotic microbiome that tips the scales towards the genetic switches that cause unhealthy aging and disease. With the dietary shift towards processed foods, we see an increase in autoimmune disorders, mood disorders, neurodegenerative conditions, metabolic diseases, and accelerated aging. The standard Western diet leads to a damaged microbiome that contributes to some of these common health challenges: mood, cognition, and neurological imbalances, metabolic condition, digestive irregularities, unhealthy gut lining, hormonal imbalances. A healthy microbiome will promote the maintenance of health and reverse the symptoms of chronic disease.
Probably the biggest challenge to all of us is to break away from culinary cultural habits. Like many of you, I was born and raised in a country rich in extremely flavorful cuisine, based on red meat and fat-soaked fried and baked dishes. Food which tastes really amazing, but is far from being healthy. During family gatherings, we spend time at the dinner table eating day after day, things which I would not even consider to place on my plate anymore. Sure, it was tasty, but with a carb coma, low energy, and digestive issues lasting for days, came very familiar guilt. Today, I know that this guilt was a natural way of my body to signal that I have done damage to my health and gut. It is never too late to commit to healthy and organic eating habits. I made this choice 15 years ago, and along with regular physical activity, I not only changed the way I look, but most importantly, how I feel. And very surprisingly, my entire family in Poland followed my lead. This is my mother. She is way into her 70s. She eats really healthy every day, rides a bike and walks miles per week, and travels the world several times per year. My uncle, who is almost at the same age as my mother, switched to organic plant-dominated cuisine years ago. He runs his travel business on retirement, leading large groups of people on adventures around the world, skiing and sailing trips he enjoys with his wife. He recently wrote a book about his travel and become a role model in our family of how to enjoy life in your golden years to the fullest. The choices we make in our kitchen today define the way we will feel in the future. Of course, we'll never be perfect. It is okay to break away from healthy food once in a while and let your senses enjoy food without thinking of its content. The key is to stay with a healthy organic cuisine at least 95% of times. So what exactly can we do to nourish our microbiome? According to Dr. Crystal Dawn Silas, who is also herbalist, there are 5 R's to follow to cultivate healthy microbiome. Remove, replace with, repopulate, repair, and rebalance.
Remove. We should remove following from our diet: processed foods, anything with more than 5 ingredients on its label; foods with additives, dyes, emulsifiers, preservatives, flavorings, and anything in them that you cannot pronounce or don't know what it is; refined sugar, fructose, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, sucrose, or candy; refined grains; saturated fats; exposure to environmental toxins; energy drinks, high sugar sports drinks, regular or diet soda; fruit juice where pulp or fiber has been removed; coffee. Caffeine is a central nervous system stimulant and may fatigue your adrenals with habitual use. Even decaf has up to 50% caffeine, and the chemicals used to decaffeinate are worse than the caffeine itself. If you must drink coffee, it should be limited to 1 cup per day. Replace. Replace those refined foods with water and herbal tea, organic whole plant-based foods, Organic, grass-fed, hormone-free, antibiotic-free meat, fish, and eggs, maximum 2 to 3 servings per week. Healthy fats like coconut oil, butter, ghee, olive oil, avocado oil, nuts, and seeds. Organic vegetables, unlimited each day. Fruits, up to 3 servings per day, preferably low glycemic fruits like berries, apple, grapefruit, lemon, and pitted fruits like cherries, apricot, plums, peaches, or avocado. Organic whole grains. Herbal coffee or chai. Repopulate. Repopulate by attracting and nourishing a healthy microbiome with a whole foods, plant-based diet. Fiber is a prebiotic. Eat at least 40 grams of fiber per day. Probiotic-rich foods, with every meal from a variety of sources, such as kimchi, coconut kefir, sauerkraut, kombucha, miso, yogurt, pickles, or tempeh. Repair. Repair with herbs as spices or teas, and either fresh or dried, are our secret weapon. They create agents in the body to help fend off undesirable effects. Try to eat at least 30 different plants each week. Consider fresh or dried infusions of plentiful but nutritive spring tonic herbs like nettle or dandelion. Rebalance. Rebalance your gut with consuming adaptogenic herbs or extracts such as rhodiola, holy basil, Korean ginseng, or ashwagandha, which are available at Tierra Botanica's adaptogenic collection. Maintain quality sleeping cycle. Exercise regularly, at least 3 times per week. Meditate at least twice per week. Get outside and enjoy sunshine. This will stimulate production of your vitamin D.
I have heard many times from my friends, but wellness is expensive. Well, take a look at your last medical bill and tell me how much healthy food would you be able to buy for the same staggering amount of money you just spent on your doctor's visit, or surgery and other medical treatment. Life is too short and too beautiful to spend time at doctor's office or hospital feeling miserable and low. We should enjoy it, staying healthy and active. And if you have children, wouldn't you like them to be worry-free that you, their parent, is healthy and happy? Wouldn't you like seeing them getting married and enjoying time with your grandkids, taking active part in your family life? Think about it. What we put on our plates is everything that we are, and 90% of who we are is our microbiome. Through food and lifestyle choices, we can attract those beneficial microbes that will turn on those switches responsible for well-being. Please understand that what we feed our microbiome is extremely fundamental to our health. Every meal tips the scale towards well-being or disease. A commensal or dysbiotic microbiome is dependent upon us. We give them food and home. What we eat, they also eat. They, in turn, switch on and off the genes that regulate many processes throughout the human body. Take advantage of the health our nature and earth is giving us with love. I am Tomek Gruzynski, herbalist and owner of Tierra Botanica. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow my video blogs to learn more about enormous benefits of herbal extracts and healthy living.